something that I'm looking at right now. I'm on freedominstitute.net, and one of the things it says right there, a full service on-site homeschool support program. Let's start with that. What is that, practically speaking, and then let's move into some of the things that I love seeing, the vision and the mission.
Well, hello, Trey. You dove right into the website where we disclaim right up front that we are technically not a school. Freedom Institute is designed to support students and parents who want their students to be in a program that they choose. And it's an independent program, meaning the parents ultimately have total control and freedom over the curriculum that the kids are going to study. So it is not a school technically, but I want to be clear. We've got a real building. Kids will show up into a real facility, a bricks and mortar school. We've got rock star teachers. We do regular Briggs-Myers testing. We'll offer college credit. We'll offer skill certifications. So kind of sounds like a school, don't you think? But technically, it's not a school. It's everything a parent or a kid would need in order to be successful in his high school career.
And the first thing I want to say for anyone out there right now, if you're a parent, grandparent, this grabs your attention, you go to freedominstitute.net, and they're launching, like now. And that's part of the reason I wanted to have Tom on. I'll return to that, everyone. Again, I'll give out the website, freedominstitute.net. But Tom, in just going over things like your vision and mission, this audience I know will love and respect things like fostering economic freedom through learning, mission to help each individual develop their self-esteem by identifying the career paths that will enable them to be self-sufficient. And that term, by the way, is a theme throughout the website and the description of what you do, including strong character leads to self-esteem. That leads to self-sufficiency. Please expand a little bit more on your focus, your vision and mission.
We've got really great public schools in Florida relative to all other states. We've really done a great job. As you know, I have been the chairman of the State Board of Education until earlier this year, and our ranking has just improved year after year. Having said that, public schools have a lot of competing goals and constituencies. And we have one goal for kids that want to attend the Freedom Institute. Our goal is to graduate kids from the 12th grade as independent, self-sufficient adults. Too frequently, kids are graduating from high school, they go to college. Heck, they graduate from college and they still don't have the basic life skills to get around and to navigate and understand debt and mortgages and the basic things that you need in order to get a great job and live a great life. So college is really important for a lot of people. I have been involved for 30 years with the Quest Educational Foundation, and we have had the Quest for Success program under our wings for most of that 30 years, and that was dedicated to helping kids get into colleges, make good choices about colleges, get in and get out in 4 years with little or no college debt, and major in something that mattered to them. But the world's changed a lot, and 15 out of the top 15 most in-demand jobs in the country do not require a traditional four-year college degree. And high schools aren't necessarily graduating kids with the skill set necessary to go into work. So we're very much pro-college, but we're also we recognize that in today's world, college is not necessary for everyone, and college debt can crush kids getting out of college. So they need a plan. So one of the things that we're going to implement at the Freedom Institute is called the 5 C's, and you can look at it on that website, freedominstitute.net. And the first C is, of course, core curriculum. And the core curriculum is going to be something that you would recognize from 30 or 50 or 60 years ago. It's reading, writing, and arithmetic. We're not going to study gender and pronouns the way I studied them 40 and 50 and 60 years ago. We're going to study things that are actually going to give kids the skill set to become young adults and to be gainfully employed, whether it's after 12th grade or whether it's after an undergraduate career in college or a postgraduate career. I have a vocational degree, and you know that, Trey. I went to vocational school. It's called law school. I learned a trade. They required 4 years of undergraduate study to get into law school. I'm not sure that's needed, but that's what the educational establishment is able to demand. But for most jobs where you don't have to go through 4 years or 7 years of college, you may well graduate in 4 years at the Freedom Institute with an AA degree or a certification in something like Microsoft programming or some other kind of technology-oriented job where you can go right into the workforce after 12th grade graduation. So the first of the 5 C's is core curriculum. Second is career. We're really interested in careers for kids. They may not go into their career after graduating from 12th grade, but at some point they will. And one of the things we think is really important is to try to align the kids' aptitudes with the kids' interest and constantly adjust curriculum and adjust the focus of the curriculum so that kid has a really independent-based curriculum designed for him or designed for her. And that will change throughout the course of a student's 4 years in high school. And incidentally, I refer to kids, and I shouldn't say that, they're young adults, and we refer to them as clients at the Freedom Institute. They are our clients. You know, going back to public schools, lots of constituencies. We have 2. Our clients are our students and their parents. Their parents ultimately control everything. They are our constituents. They are what Freedom Institute cares about. They are who we work for. They are our bosses. And they'll only be at Freedom Institute if they choose to be there. You know, public schools, they do have requirements of attendance and lots of other rules and regulations and requirements, and all of them can be explained in a very rational way. But ours is very simple. You know, our success depends on kids coming to school and staying in school. We think they'll be so excited that they will not want to miss a day at the Freedom Institute. So,
if I may for a second, Tom, what you've actually gotten into, too, is just sort of like how this is executed on a daily basis. And I'd actually come full circle to the description of a full service on-site homeschool support program. Who are you speaking to right now? Like there are moms and dads out there that homeschool. Can they say like, hey, I'm going to have my kid come here once, twice a week? Or I mean, you've gotten into just the level of specificity of areas they study, to pursue the mission and vision that goes along with that. But just, you know, kind of on a practical basis, how's it work? They just set it up with you?
No, it's a physical plant where kids will go, clients will go every day, 5 days a week. They may choose to go 4. They have flexibility with their parents to establish what their schedule is and what their curriculum is. But we have a traditional 5-day school week. We begin on August 14, and we may end up being a 52-week-a-year program. That's going to be optional depending upon our clients and client demand. But in terms of practicalities, it's a traditional 5-day-a-week physical plant school-type environment.
And one of the things I do not want to miss in here, too, is you're just doing this. I mean, as you've laid out, I know you're without a doubt speaking to a lot of our audience here with everything you've laid out, not only in the hilarious way of talking about we're going to study some basics here, not things like genders and pronouns, but you're just doing this. It's a noble cause, and like right now, you want people to go and sign up, right? Because this is starting just around the corner.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, if kids, if students, clients, parents are interested, they can go to freedominstitute.net. They can physically inspect the facility, make an arrangement to meet with Chris Marker, who is our CEO. Chris has been involved in Collier County Public Schools for decades, was a rock star principal for many years at Lake Park Elementary. I met him there when I was on the State Board of Education, and things just fell together. And we're launching this effort together. And if I could just quickly summarize the 5 C's, I keep getting distracted after talking about a few of them. The first is core, which I've discussed. The second is career, which is really unique, I think, in our operation. The next is character. We will teach Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. We will emphasize that your word is your bond. Character matters. It follows you for life. The next is civics. All Florida public schools have civics obligations, but we really want kids, students, clients to have a true understanding of American history, world history, and citizenship, and we want them to know their place in the world as Americans. and to be proud of their place in the world as an American. And we think that civics knowledge will, again, lead to high self-esteem and ultimately self-sufficiency. And the last C is consumerism, for lack of a better C. Let's call it Life Skills 101, financial literacy. Ties in again to the goal of being independent and self-sufficient adults upon high school graduation. We tie our curriculum to Dave Ramsey's Foundations for Personal Finance. Kids need to know about debt. They need to know about managing their money. They need to know what it's like to go rent an apartment or buy a house or negotiate to buy a car. They're going to have the practical opportunity to go do those things at the Freedom Institute. So that, again, when they graduate from 12th grade, they'll know how to lead successful lives as adults. They won't be tethered to their phone, having to text mom and dad all the time to find out what basic things to do once they leave 12th grade, much less college. And I think we're going to be off to a great start here just in a couple of weeks, Trey. So, yep, from a practical standpoint, anybody's interested, log in, give Chris a call. Love to talk to you.
Again, it's freedominstitute.net, the Freedom Institute of Collier County. By the way, even if you're in Lee, it's a fairly convenient spot to get to. A huge thank you, Tom. I know this is one of your passions. And as I started this segment, people are often looking of ways that we can better our country. And so much of it starts at home and with the kids. And this is absolutely one of those great examples of that. Again, freedominstitute.net. Tom, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Good catching up.